will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
I guess I should unmute my camera. Hey, here we are. Holy shit.
I was waiting for the sound effects, the clapping.
There we go.
There it is.
Anybody hear that? Is my soundboard working?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like how that just started. It was basically just shut the fuck up, Diesel. So it was like, just start the show.
For those of you in TV land out there, Diesel was giving a very long soliloquy whilst we were backstage, and Iron just completely cut him off with the intro.
It didn't mean anything. It was just a bunch of rambling nonsense. Like,
it was just timing, man.
Oh,
timing is everything,
dude. I was like on the verge of taking a piss. I'm like, holy shit! It's like 5:15 intro.
You just got done taking a piss, ran back in the room, and just hit the go live button.
Is that someone
exactly what?
Oh, that's cool, man. Like, I need to be like cut off every once and then, like, because I'll just start talking. Man, I'm the most. I could picture this in physics as a circle, and then a tangent is a line that just goes off like that. Yeah, circle, right. Physics, tangent. That's me, the tangent.
Herding cats.
Hold on, I got to figure out how to take you off solo mode. The gag is already done. Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
I'm loving that bass line in the background.
Yeah, someone's mic is picking up a lot of extra audio.
Oh, here she comes. What's your
In
name?
Mod Buds.
Who the fuck is listening to Hall and Oates?
That's my roommates.
Is that what that was?
That is, yeah, man.
Now, here's
right.
the thing about this show. If anybody's mic's picking up a little extra audio or something, I don't give a fuck.
I do. Try and mute yourself if you can. If someone picks up on it,
The only reason why I say
because it is a little bit distracting, especially when you're trying to talk. Sorry, MSK. What did you say, bud?
No, I was agreeing with you. I can't focus when that stuff happens. That's why I usually end shows when that happens, because I can't focus if that happens. It's so distracting, actually. And I know people can't handle it sometimes, but it's fine. You know, I was just agreeing with you.
I can't handle it. I end up going out and killing people.
Yeah. MSK cuts off shows. Jack just cuts off heads.
Right. What you're both very.
I leave the stream running. And then,
No, I understand. I just hope mine. I think I figured my shit out, man. Like putting it on Chrome and everything. Otherwise, because like my graphics card is like a Cessna.
You at least when you go out and get those heads, you are at least muting your mic, right?
No.
So I guess let's figure out who has the background noise and deserves to die for it.
Luckily, it's not me.
No, it's not you.
It's back now. I can hear it again now.
Whoa, yeah, she's back.
It's okay. It is a room right under me, so that's all.
Okay.
Go down there and start fighting,
dude. Okay, and here's the thing. I know where you live because you live very close to where I live, so it's okay.
That didn't sound shady at all. I know where you live.
Hey, have you got the? Are you?
We're probably dealing with the same sound issues.
Joker, are you in Chrome? Are you using Chrome?
No.
Yeah, I know. I didn't use it either, but Chrome, I always use Firefox because like I'm older than dirt, and old
now
again.
I feel like shit for using
but
Chrome.
Chrome has a little thing in there that you can click and it cancels out the background noise. I think because I know my shit used to drive MSK crazy. I think it's better now since I've been using Chrome. And it cuts out that background noise. Just saying, if you wanted to do that, man.
You want to talk about what drives MSK crazy? He keeps saying you're breathing into your mic. You're breathing.
Yeah, I know. It's a little
worse during our whole shows. Just
You know what? I can kind of understand where he's coming from because here's the thing: some motherfuckers literally be like right into their microphones.
Why?
Do I? No, I'm just saying. I've heard people do it, and I can kind of agree with them. It's like, damn, close your mouth. You're gonna catch flies, son. Jesus.
I'm not sitting there going.
I sometimes get a whistly nose, and so I have to sort of readjust my nose.
What is that?
I was doing that on Jesse's stream a while back, man. I turned.
I bet you were.
Yeah, I was.
Oh wait, you were talking about Jesse, Common Nerd. I thought you were talking about Jess.
I know so many Jesses, man. It's like it could be anybody. I should just say Common Nerd. Yeah, I was.
What, you mean Surly?
That's what I thought he meant.
Yeah, I'm always, I always simp over married women. That's what's up.
Where'd
man.
MSK go?
Hey, who can leave? Where's MSK?
Where'd he go?
Come back, MSK. Ms. K.
Go backstage.
Was the
Did you get mad because we were just giving him shit? We
weren't giving him shit. We weren't even talking about him. Maybe that's what it was.
Oh, there he is.
Right.
He's in private.
There he is. He's in the background there. He's in the.
Yeah, he just.
Anyway, we're gonna go around the horn and say hello.
We should do
Hold
that.
on.
I
Wait a
think
minute.
we should all just
There
get
we go.
naked and just show off our buttholes on YouTube. Heard that's educational content they support now these days.
Is that what Alyssa or whatever it is? Is that what that picture is? People keep showing on her.
Alyssa McCanty, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, there's a grown man on this website showing people how to shave their assholes. So I mean,
Yeah, it's educational. But if you talk about Decepticons and Autobots, from the political aspect, that's not allowed.
No, that stuff's got to be behind the paywall.
Yeah.
All right. I certainly had that in the works tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. It turns out
Anyway.
Joe Biden supports a Starscream and Soundwave and Shockwave, actually.
Stop.
God.
All right, moving on.
Okay. If you watch the old show and Starscream, yeah, you can totally see that he's supporting Starscream. I'm just saying.
I think Chris Latta was mostly just like fucking high. I think that's probably what killed him too, man. Like they used to talk about when he was recording Starscream's voice that people would be sitting beside him and he'd be sweating all over him, and I'm just like, cocaine. Because like if you sweating that profusely all around people like that, the dude was like, I don't know, like he had stand up under Christopher Collins. I remember seeing him. It's on, I think some of it's on YouTube, but like he would get arrested for shit, and he would call Flint Dilley, who was the guy who wrote a lot of the G1 stuff, and he would call him up from jail in like Cobra Commander's voice. Flint, I'm in jail. Can you come down? It's just hilarious, man.
Well, dude, everybody was doing cocaine in the 80s. Like, come on, man.
I wish I was doing cocaine right now.
One of the dudes, when he was sitting there in the booth,
everyone's been doing cocaine for a very, very, very long time, like since way before the 80s. Like it was massive in the 20s. Cocaine was huge in the 20s.
It was in your soda.
One, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That's what
It was probably in the 20s.
You leave my grape soda out of this, and I'm just
the dude that one time he was in the booth recording like Starscream, and like he said he was sitting there by a guy.
No.
One of the other voice actors said he just reached in and pulled out a tooth. Like he was just
what
sitting
the
there.
fuck?
Like pulling out a tooth.
Okay, that may be a little more than cocaine then.
It's like I don't want to. This guy. I don't want to be near this guy anymore.
That's that Russian shit where they like pieces of their bones and stuff be just falling off and shit.
Hey, people like to vilify the Russians, but those are some hardcore motherfuckers, man. I'm just saying.
You seen any of those videos where the Russian dudes are partying with a bear? I was like, one guy's like drinking, taking shots of vodka, riding on a bear, like laughing.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing that's been going round at the moment, Diesel. You know, the choice between the bear and the man. What would you rather go into the forest with? It's because of that video. It's because of the Russian dude riding around on the bear, drinking vodka. And the question was, who would you feel safer alone in the woods with? The bear or the man?
So
the bear.
I still have not.
That Russian video went around. That was like 6 or something months ago, man.
It was ages ago, mate.
Yeah, it was a while back.
I mean, that
you and I
bear
pulled that
has
up one
been
time.
domesticated. It's a pet.
Yeah. I have a better question.
Oh, hold on. We got somebody waiting
on the
to join.
chat,
Let's see
on the
here.
channel, and
You
in
can
the chat.
you can drop me out if
Yeah.
you do.
Fuck. Who do you feel safer with, man? A feminist or a Wolverine in the forest? Go.
Wolverine.
A feminist, I can kill him easier.
My dad.
All right. Helhound thinks it like a man. There you go.
What? Where'd he go? Where's
I
he
just gotta
going?
see who's wanting in.
The what now?
Well, at least
Wait,
he's
He's
got
demonstrating. He's
got a
demonstrating
vacuum in
paywall.
He's got lights in that room. Holy shit! I'm actually impressed.
All right, you know what? You know what? Yeah,
daylight.
fuck it. The whole show's over. Paywall.
Everything is behind
And-
the paywall now, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. It's all behind a paywall.
Oh, that's horrible. Wait,
just
that's
iron
even
oxide.
worse.
Whoa.
There we go.
We're all going Brady Bunch on here.
Hey,
Like
It looked more like Dateline or something like that.
Oh, with the vertical looking.
Let's
Yeah.
bring everybody up on the panel.
it looked like that movie Unfriended right before everybody died.
You see,
No,
my
it's
problem
like
is
that,
it's a Democratic Party.
No, it's like that. It's like that. You know what it's like? You remember that compilation of all the lunatic Karens, and they could put them all together, and they were all making all that racket together.
Well, that's a video in itself, but doing it over the tonight's topic.
Together.
Are we going to go around the horn and say hi?
Oh, we
That
might
sounds
as
like
well.
me.
Hey, let's start with
Emerald
you,
Archer.
lad. How's it been going? You've been away from the show in a while.
Yes, I've been extremely busy. I've got some real life things that I've had to take care of, but I've also been working very hard trying to format a brand new show that I'm going to be releasing soon. And I'm very cloak and dagger about it. I'm very hush hush about it. But I released a sort of trailer for it earlier, and it's not really a trailer. It's just my 2-minute Rumble sort of placeholder card. But that it's a pretty good trailer as well. So, but yeah, I'm doing all right. I've been working hard trying to make fucking trailers and source out all the content that I need for this new show because it's really, really producer heavy. So at the moment, I'm currently rehearsing, trying to get that nice and streamlined because trying to produce and trying to present at the same time is very, very difficult, I'm finding. So yeah, go and follow me on Twitter and look out for more notifications on that. And also Wednesday Night Broadside is going to be starting up again soon as well, so look out for that. Good to see you all again anyway. I hope you're all doing well.
Good to see you as well, Jack.
Well, it's great to have you back on the show, man. We missed you.
Yeah, that trailer looks it was dope, man. You put some nice
editing and effort. Very cagey, very cryptic.
But it looks, you put some, man, I have no skills whatsoever when it comes to editing. That look nice.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying so.
Much welcome, Jack Summer.
Speaking of no skills, scientist extraordinaire Diesel. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm starting to get my brain back, man. Like I started back working out and jogging once a week to try to burn out some of the madness that's in my head that comes up all the time, like because I go up and down and get all like mad. So I'm trying to work on that. Right now I'm like in an up phase, which is cool.
Stay on it.
It's man, I'd like to, but it just comes the minute I think I got it licked. It's just something. It comes in. It waits to get its foot in the door, man.
Keep working.
Demons, man. They're always after me, man. They're always after me, Lucky Charms.
When you think you're out, they pull you back in.
Pull me back in.
I too enjoy sitting in the dark, just fighting demons
and beating all.
But I sure would. I want to play. I was reminded because the new Riddick. I heard they're going to make another Riddick movie, and hopefully they won't put any.
Why?
Because
I'm fine with that. What's wrong with another Riddick?
Dude, the Chronicles of
Vin
Riddick
Diesel's
is
old as fuck for one.
But
it could be old man Riddick.
But he's.
I love the lore of the Chronicles of Riddick. Pitch Black is a fucking awesome film.
Yeah.
And
Pitch Black's incredible.
Yeah, and then to build on the lore of the Riddick sort of background, in movies. I mean, and to see like all the
necromongers.
Yeah, the necromongers, and like the whole thing. It's fucking fantastic. I love it.
Agree.
The polished eyeballs. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's who thought about polished eyeballs? That whole fucking thing, man.
It's crazy, man. It's like so much stuff. Like Pitch Black was just one little tiny piece of it, and then the Chronicles of Riddick opened like all this cool stuff. And some people like, oh, it's out there, and no, this doesn't make sense, dude. It was like a whole bunch of sci-fi cool stuff going on at the same time, and like David Twohy and Vin Diesel, they had like 4 cases or something when they were pitching like one of the movies, and he was like, and it may have been Pitch Black, but he's got all of this stuff in his head and his background for all this stuff. In this movie, I think he's gonna finally be able to go to Furia, which is like because he's a Furian, and that's. But and it reminded me of the games. Those 2 games are the best movie games. It's Escape from Butcher Bay. It's a first-person shooter, and you got to do all this stealth stuff. And Vin Diesel, of course, he does the voice and everything. and you can hide in the shadows, and then you wind up getting like the eye shine stuff where you can see stuff. That game is fantastic, man. Both of them are, and that's like I want to dig them out. I've got them put on a disc somewhere and play them, and they're dope as shit, man.
You got
fuck yeah.
I know that. But
Now, I want to give a little special shout out to the next person I introduce because I was away last week. I had to take a mental health day and just kind of get myself together. You know, it had absolutely nothing to do with playing Stellar Blade for 8 hours at a time and giving myself a debilitating migraine.
No, not at all.
Not at all. No whatsoever. So Professor Savage said, fuck it, he's gone. Moving on to Helhound. What is up, Helhound?
Not much, man. Finally sitting down, taking vacation next week. So hopefully Darnell's not hating me for being gone for so long, and we can talk about that, about Fallout and X-Men. And
nice.
I still got to catch up on X-Men, and whoever else wants to join in on the X-Men conversation.
Let me know when I will join in on the X-Men, because that show is, I'm sorry, they knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah, they did.
And the fact that they're they got rid of that showrunner. This is what, I'm sorry, this is what it fucking says to people on our side. We don't fucking care. We don't care that he's gay and has a fucking OnlyFans. Right. He made a great show that was respectful and just it.
Everybody and their fucking mother has a damn OnlyFans.
With the lore
don't
of
do
X-Men.
that. Don't do that, man. Don't give me what? Don't give me hope.
Dude, it was great.
Yeah,
no, it's great.
You don't need hope, man. It's fucking great.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. I watched episode 9 the other day, and for people who saw episode 9, they can back me up on this. My jaw was on the fucking floor at the end of that episode.
Okay,
dude,
I'm gonna have to wind up watching this damn cartoon because of you.
They fucking did Cyclops. The character that they have the most reason to hate, and the character they've shit on the most in the comic books since about 2009.
Nobody really likes Cyclops, man.
I know they wrecked this guy in the comics. They did him so much justice
in this one show.
In the whole throughout the whole series, man.
Do you agree though, Iron, from what I was saying last time, right? When I was recommending it last time. Do you remember I was like, since you've watched it now, like I was saying about how there are certain, even though it's a really good show, there are certain things that you can see that are a bit sort of intersectional, and there are a couple of main characters, and you go, oh no, you've cucked him there. Or you've cooked there. Do you get what I mean? And it's like,
I remember
you've took away, and some of the characters aren't being utilized as much as they should be, I've found. But overall, it's fucking incredible. And something that
Jack,
Jesse
I need
the
to
Common
ask
Nerd
you, from when you made that last statement, from when you
Ooh.
said that to this last episode, do you feel the same way?
Oh yeah, of course. I still feel like it's a brilliant show, but I still feel like that the character that I'm thinking of was cucked in a certain way. It was something to do with when. Okay, so without giving too much away, there's a character that's talking to someone who he loves and he's going to marry, and they says something about being a pet. And then he says, mind you, that wouldn't be a bad idea. And I was like,
Okay. I know who you're talking about, the character.
Yeah.
But when you think about their overall relationship and what he can and cannot do with the person in question.
Yeah. I guess like, so, yeah.
and I mean, that's been evened out even in the comic books with the way that character, without giving too much away, feels about the other character.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's even an issue, man. It's
a great show.
Everything they did to try to ruin this show by saying, "Oh, Morph is non-binary," fucking doesn't matter. None of it came into play. None of it fucking mattered. There were a few throwaway lines.
They tried to ruin this show. Then, like you said, they tried.
Right?
They didn't try it. They haven't tried to ruin the show.
Try that hard.
There's a couple of There's a couple of things in it where I've
in
gone,
the marketing they tried to ruin is what he was.
do you know what? That whole thing about Morph, it's bullshit, man. Like, it doesn't get brought up once. There's like one scene when where he thinks that it's Wolverine in a shower, and he says, "Do you want me to scratch your back?" That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a little bit of innuendo that maybe Morph is gay and into Wolverine. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
but like
the only other thing is that.
But this whole narrative about Wolverine being gay is bullshit because in the exact same episode,
Wolverine in that show is not gay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to add to it. Oh, my bad, Jack.
No, go on. Vagabond, I think I cut you off last time.
I was saying, no, nothing I was saying was important. I haven't seen the 97 yet. I was just going to add on to Diesel said. I was like, back in the 90s where Cyclops, the reason why he liked Wolverine was because he shit on Cyclops every episode.
Man.
And he still does?
Yeah, Cyclops was like a dork, man. And they never, if they gave him some kind of cool backstory, that's going to be dope. Now, don't ruin it. Oh, and we are like way off from intros, man.
No, but Wolverine does still still rips the piss out of Cyclops. In this new one, he's constantly ripping into Scott.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give it a go, man. Just download say all the high seas, get on Easy TV, and like download it.
It's beyond good.
In Minecraft, of course.
I'll watch it. I'm not going to download it.
I actually saw a funny clip of it earlier today, and I was super sold. It was a part where, in the show that Magneto is like dating Rogue. So you know how they have those training rooms where they have simulations of Sentinels, and it's a part where he's like Rogue and
the Danger Room.
Magneto. Yeah. They're in the room together, and he started playing the simulation together in front of Gambit. It was hilarious, man.
He's like, wait a minute, Rogue and Magneto they've taken over this thing. What the hell?
Yeah, I was thinking like,
there's a long history with Rogue and Magneto.
There is
going back to the comics.
Like, do you guys think like if Rogue put her mouth up Captain Marvel's back, Taco, that she would suck her off?
God, just stop.
And that's a good place to go to. Who's next on our list of intros?
Well, you have an open spot if anybody's interested. Tiny,
shit.
Gal, Devil.
Did I get race swap?
Oh, and he's back.
Did you get race
Wait a minute, we gotta keep you two together because it looks like you're in the same fucking room.
Yeah.
No. I have my overhead light out. The only thing that's lighting me up is
neighbor now.
MSK's room's like more empty every single week.
It is.
Stuff's coming back.
Like the vacuum cleaner box is gone. Where did that go?
Dude,
at least that was something to look at.
He sold a vacuum cleaner for crack.
You got to give Rent-A-Center the wrong address. Stop giving Rent-A-Center.
Yeah. It's still funny to me that he has a TV mount on his wall, and that's it. Just no TV, just a mount.
Oh, that's what that was.
All right,
that was like
let's move along so we can get on to Superman.
Let's get to
going
the next.
straight down. Vagabond, dude,
Straight.
welcome back. It's been a little while since we've seen you on here.
No, I was here. Wasn't I here last week with Professor?
I don't know because I wasn't here.
But yeah, everything's going all right. Just fucking work, and then tomorrow I was on Hubble Pub, Bezel Pub, last week at 3 a.m. in the morning. Well, my time it was.
Oh, dude, I watched that. We were watching it in bed actually. Beelzebub.
Okay, I'm never gonna pronounce that right, but
right.
But yeah, so I don't know. I could do it again today because I have to go to. I have a concert to go to tomorrow, and I'm going to see Sim. And so if you're familiar with Attack on Titan, they did. I mean, I knew them before Attack on Titan, but it's just now they became popular after Attack on Titan or whatever. So they did that rumbling song and shit, and then so I'm going to go see them tomorrow, and then following Saturday is going to be a heavy metal fest, and then I'll be at MomoCon recording that, and then I got some videos to record.
Fucking Slayer. Fucking Slayer.
All right, we already talked to Helhound, so Nate.
I'm happy, healthy. I got a great family, got a great job. I got all my bills paid.
That's awesome.
Food.
Let's move on to Joker.
And an empty room and
Oh, yes. Hello, folks. I'm back again. I was just on the phone with my agent. My spot in the intro is still not there, and we had a contract signed. I mean, Iron, what's going on here? I'm just... But other big news, WrestleMania.
I have a completely valid reason I haven't added you to the intro, Joker.
Stellar Blade.
I forgot.
Oh.
Stellar Blade.
Gotcha.
Stellar Blade.
Gotcha. Okay, that'll work. But big announcement over the weekend. The showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania 41 is coming to Las Vegas because Minnesota is just boring.
Or regulated out there.
Minnesota on a map.
They're illegal to fake wrestle.
And then we can get to running a train on Superman. Galaxy Media, aka Drunkard Emerald Archer. What's going on, buddy?
Life is good. Ready to go. Let's shit on Superman.
Did you say
All
the
right,
city?
You want to know what? I got motivated to actually do some work, but I realized I needed to go grocery shopping, and so I decided to go grocery shopping instead. I did hear some screams for help, but I saw the cost of eggs, and I just lost it. So I was like, no.
I have chickens.
There's 2 dogs.
Chickens.
There's 2 of them.
There's actually 3 dogs. The other dogs are in the other room.
If we're all going to ride in an RV to California next year, you got to bring the dogs.
Oh, I don't know. I can bring all of them.
No, fuck that, dude.
I'll bring all mine too. How about that? Yeah, we'll just.
Okay, I might have to bring a separate car.
So I got
to ride by yourself.
I need dog.
I got
big for grocery shopping. Anybody
I'm not chilling with everybody else's animals.
High life. You ready for fried rice? I need dog this big. Tell me where you at. I come get it from your backyard right now.
I love egg rolls.
Will you?
By the way, if we have time later on, man, I want to show you guys something. It's not that important, but it's kind of cool. Some cool Transformers 20th anniversary art. Like I go back. It's so cool. I love the fact that like I'm able to talk to Don Figueroa, and he follows me on X. It's fantastic. He's like my favorite artist, and he was doing the Transformers Dreamwave run, and it's just dude, fuck you for your beeping while I'm talking.
All right.
Did we go around everyone, did we?
Let's get into this. Because I want to get everybody's individual opinion of what they feel when they see this image. Because there's a lot more than just the bad suit. For me, the bad suit is just that's something that could be brushed over. I love hold on. See, here's the thing. I love the original X-Men movie, and the costumes were terrible. The only thing good costume related in the first X-Men movie was Cyclops' glasses, the Oakley Juliets. Those looked fucking dope.
They did.
Everything else, costume related, looked like shit. The movie itself was still good. It still felt like X-Men. The overall theme was good.
Would you
so
prefer
there's a
yellow
lot
spandex?
more that I like to break down with this image.
Black leather?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and by the way, that throwaway line when Cyclops is giving Cable his X-Men costume, and he's like, "What am I going to the circus?" And Cyclops says, "What'd you expect? Black leather?"
You mean Wolverine?
No, to Cable. Oh my god, that was such a good line.
That's
because it was obviously
Cable.
They did a great job in that show overall. But
You
anyway,
give it away
let's talk about this
spoilers, dude.
fucking Superman.
Oh, you're talking about the cartoon? I thought you were talking about the original X-Men movie.
No, okay. So Diesel, here's the thing: in the original X-Men movie, when
they did the thing about Wolverine. He's like, "What do you expect? Yellow spandex." So they made a nod.
Wolverine's
they made a
like,
nod
you
to
guys
that
go
in
out
X-Men.
these things.
They made a nod to
Cyclops
that.
says, "What'd you expect? Yellow spandex."
So they made a nod
It's
to it
crazy
next
because
to 97.
It's crazy because they later on used him in first class anyway. It's only fucking 11 years.
Okay, who wants to go first about this image and what they think when they see it?
Can I go first, please?
Go.
Yes,
Sure.
Jack, please.
Because I've only got one thing to say about it. Superman used to get changed in a fucking phone box really quickly, and here he is sitting on a fucking sofa putting on his boot. just saying.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about it.
Looking annoyed.
Yeah, the annoyance is the worst part. Him looking sad or like annoyed is.
Well, my problem with it is, I got problems with the suit, but other than that, is like the scene feels like he does not care and is taking his time. When you grew up with Superman, he always had the uniform underneath. So when Jack said when he's going to the phone booth to rip off his suit, for where he perceived for the public to see, he's always in a rush to go solve the problem right away. This is like the total opposite, where he's not interested, taking his time, kind of like bored or whatever. And like, this is not our Superman.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll go.
You got to understand, this is the Man of Steel, right? This is the Man of Steel. So, like, it's seconds for him are eternities. Do you get what I mean? And he's sitting there slowly putting his fucking boot on a sofa, and he used to just spin around in the phone box to get ready.
Like
there's a big thing standing outside the window. Look at that big thing outside the window. He used to get spun up in a phone box just for simply something falling from a fucking building, like a piece of iron falling from a fucking building. That big thing's outside the fucking window, and he's sitting there putting a fucking boot on. What the fuck is going? Oh, not this shit again. Oh, another day of fucking saving the world. Bloody hell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You remember when
you know what? I'll go last. I'll go last. I want Joker to go next.
Okay, because I actually did a video on this this morning. This is the actual image of David. The actual image of David Corn Sweat himself. This is something backstage when he's sitting and he is getting dressed for a scene. This image back here is a complete AI image. So this is taken out of context. And as far as the suit goes, I don't care what anyone says. We all said from the Snyderverse that we wanted something that harkened back to the Silver Age costume. You, in this image, you have the shorts on the outside. You have the yellow belt. You have the spit curl in his hair. Okay? This is more like the Silver Age comics. This is an upgrade from the Henry Cavill costume. Now, David does not have the stature that Henry Cavill does, obviously. So he's not going to fill the suit as well as Henry would. This is going to have padding and the whatnot. I have no problems
longer
with
arms.
this suit. I have no problems with this suit at all. And the more we and the more we want to just nitpick this stuff before even a trailer is out, before we hear anything from the score, anything. We are the critics of our sphere who say we don't like anything and you can't make us happy. Case in point, proving them right.
Yeah.
My issue with
good argument.
I am taking the floor now. All right. Couple things. One, the suit. I got a few issues, but the suit is the least of mine. The first is the Kingdom Come S. Doesn't belong on a young Superman whatsoever. Number 2, it's a little thick. That's forgivable. It does look like a wetsuit, but I like that you told me there's a backstory to where this is just David Cornsweet actually getting dressed, which is what I kind of thought to begin with. They caught him at a candid moment putting on the boots. And they AI'd the background. That makes sense. That works for me. If that's not the case, and this is an actual production still from the actual tone of the movie, given that it is James Gunn, and if it's going to be this annoyed Superman that has to go out and save the world and doesn't want to, or, is just, annoyed by the everyday humdrum of being Superman, that will be a problem.
So,
because that's been my biggest worry. Hold on. That's been my biggest worry since James Gunn got it, because I did not think, and I love James Gunn as a director. There's not hardly anything he's done that I don't like. I just don't want it to be a James Gunn Superman movie. I want it to be a Superman movie. Can he step outside of his box and make a real Superman, the one that we wanted Henry Cavill to be, that light, everything that they thought they were doing in the Snyderverse, but failing at.
Okay. May I retort on the James Gunn?
Yes, please. Please do.
Okay. Because again, I've pretty much since James Gunn took this project on, I feel that there has been a loss of faith in what James Gunn can do, and that this is a guy whose Guardians franchise is almost universally praised as a complete success within the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
Okay. His The Suicide Squad is considered measurably a much better film than the David Ayer's Suicide Squad. And as a result of that, you got the Peacemaker show, which is generally loved by most folks. Now, as far as what he has done so far, at least with the casting of this film so far, his casting has been so spot on. It is near perfect. I mean, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, excellent choice. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, excellent choice. You got absolutely amazing choice. He cast a ginger as Jimmy Olsen, because let's stop the ginger side, please. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, excellent choice. I have not seen one casting choice that has been a miss.
There was the throwaway cast. There was the Perry White. He made him black, but that's probably one of those DEI bullshit you can't get away from. But
who the fuck cares if Perry White's black?
Okay, so
I'm just saying.
So 2 weeks ago, when I said in regards to a movie that I was not hopeful for, and the rest of y'all were, Deadpool and Wolverine, where I said Disney does not get the benefit of the doubt. They have lost that. I think James Gunn has earned the benefit of the doubt, and everyone is just taking a big shit on him, and yet is going to praise this Deadpool Wolverine film, because secretly I think most folks are hoping that Disney gets it right.
Can I go after this?
No. You can. I just want one interjection.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think anyone is hoping for James Gunn's failure. We're just worried that James Gunn will insert too much James Gunn and not enough Superman. That's one thing. Now the casting, yeah, it's been spot on. I will argue with Nicholas Hoult. I don't think casting a Lex Luthor that looks almost identical to the person you cast as Superman is a good idea. But then again, my favorite Lex Luthors were fucking
Gene Hackman,
Michael Rosenbaum,
Gene Hackman, the one who voiced him in
Clancy Brown,
the one who voiced him in the Adventures of Superman, and my all-time favorite, the one from Smallville. I can't think of his name right now.
Michael Rosenbaum.
The voice of the Flash.
The voice of the Flash. Absolutely.
Yeah, so
now, I am not completely shitting on that this will be a bad movie. I am just very worried by this one image that it will be a deconstruction of the hero and the Superman character in a James Gunn style.
Okay.
That's my only worry. Now, I don't have any worries about James Gunn's fucking capability of doing it right. Just this one image sounds some alarms and makes me worry. Hearing that it was a candid photo with some AI art in the background puts me at a little more ease, because I am, as you can tell, DC is my fucking, like, I love Marvel, but DC's my shit.
That's a jam.
I am massive. DC all the fucking way.
So let me ask this then, just one other thing. So let's say we start hearing some of the score, and let's say Gunn gets Silvestri to do the score. Will that help alleviate some trepidation?
No. I will need to hear what I'll need to hear is some fucking lines of dialogue.
Okay.
We'll see a trailer first, yeah.
Yeah,
at least some lines of dialogue. Yeah. I'm just as hopeful for this movie as I am for Deadpool, because I really want to trust James Gunn, and I really want to trust Ryan Reynolds to push beyond their studio fucking overlords to make a good, true picture.
That's what really matters at the end of the day.
But this fucking suit, though, also, it's terrible. The Kingdom Come S, the shoulder pads, and the fact that it looks like it's as thick as a fucking wetsuit. It doesn't need to be that thick. I mean, if they're doing it perfectly on TV, they can do it perfectly in the movies.
Let me hear what MSK
wants to go next.
MSK, I'll go after him.
Everyone knows I've talked about at length with this kind of stuff. I don't care about Henry Cavill that much. I think Superman Betrayal is fucking dog shit, if I'm being honest here. That's just my personal opinion.
You want to talk about Henry Cavill? Bad. You should have kept your stream up the other night. It was great.
I don't like this thing. James Gunn, when he came in, he obviously, let's see, Henry Cavill was a part of bad Superman movies. I wouldn't keep him either. Just get a new guy. Zack Snyder's movies suck, and Henry Cavill sucked in them. I was glad.
Well, here's the thing, though. Right? You have to recast all of them. You can't pick and choose from the Snyderverse into your own. You have to fire then John Cena, your wife.
They will. His wife,
the woman. What's her name? Playing.
She's white. She used to say white privilege.
There's no white privilege for Amanda Waller. Get rid of her too. You got to get rid of all of them.
So for me, I don't mind if James Gunn directed a Superman movie. I think he's going to do a great job on this. Actually, the problem that I have with the movie is not even the suit. The problem is, will this movie be overcrowded? Remember, he's already said this is not an origin story. It's going to be kind of like one of those DC animated movies where, like, you know how like the superheroes are already a part of the universe, and we're kind of just discovering what it is. Yep. Now, all super movies have that issue. A lot of them, every time we hear about more characters joining, character
overbooking.
Yeah, screen time and all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff. Now, there's been very few movies that have been able to balance out multiple characters on screen at a time. That's my only real concern. I think James Gunn deserved the benefit of that. His Guardians movies were good. I love the Suicide Squad. That was a great interpretation of comics of Suicide Squad. Peacemaker was awesome. The problem is only like he looks buff, and he posted an Instagram selfie right after that. He looks buff. That suit is just badly fitted.
So MSK
program.
Yeah,
MSK.
Yeah.
So this is what I think, and I think that the way to handle the film being overbooked is mid credit and a couple mid credit and an end credit scene.
Yeah, because we know Green Lantern's going to be in it. Hot Girl is going to be in it, and the Authorities made a big appearance. Now they could be just throwaway appearances. They could only be in there for like less than 5 minutes. I think when it comes to the image, I mean, you can kind of tell that's not just AI. You can tell that's in there's things they do in movies. You have fitting rooms and you take photo shoots and all shit. It could be anything. Yeah. I think that is just a terrible pose to reveal Superman's suit. It's just a terrible pose. Like, I'll be honest here, all the other Superman, like, that has to be one of the worst suit reveals in a while. He's just kind of like, people are going to factor in, he moves so fast, he could literally get outside in like less than a second. That's not the issue. The issue is that's the first reveal of the suit, and Superman's always standing up, he's always posing. That's a bad pose. I think that the suit doesn't look that bad. It doesn't inspire me, but it doesn't look horrible.
I agree with what you're saying, MSK. That's what
it's the fact that he doesn't look like he has any sense of urgency whatsoever. No, he looks annoyed.
Hey,
so it makes people think that there's a deconstruction of the hero going on here.
Can I?
That is
Andrea's right though in the chat. Andrea is right in the chat. Andrea Cruz.
Hi, Andrea. Oh, he's from my side. Hi, Andrea. What's up, man? Professor, what'd you want to say?
Oh, what I'm saying, this never should have been the first image. It should have been him doing something heroic, something buff, something exciting. This is not what this. All this is the framing of the narrative that they've done badly here.
Yep,
it should not have been the first image. He's looking buff. Go look at Corn Sweat. He's on the
great.
Yeah,
it's actually great.
The actor looks great. He's fine.
Jackman program. He's going to be big.
I would get on my knees for him right now.
Okay.
I
don't like the Kingdom Come S as much. I agree with that, but maybe this is earlier and they're going to lead to that.
There we go.
But this shouldn't have been the first. This should never have been put out. You needed him doing something that Superman would do, something inspiring, something interesting, something exciting. This is poor fucking narrative construction by them. But my biggest fear about this isn't James Gunn. The problem I've had with every single Superman movie that they've put out since fucking
Superman 2,
Superman Returns,
exactly, is that they've all been fucking like deconstructions or fucking sad or down and fucking the shit. Henry Cavill got fucked by those movies. Those were not Superman movies. They were depressing. They were dark. I think because of what I saw in Guardians of the Galaxy that James Gunn could do it. But you have to look at who's in that fucking writer's room, and it's a dog shit travesty of a fucking writer's room. That's
Tom King. Tom King. That's
that guy. He's a piece of shit.
And Christina Hodson. Christina Hodson. Sorry. The last thing I'll bring up is I'll do this before Diesel goes. One last thing, really quick, which is you could have a bad suit in a superhero movie, and the movie could be awesome. Hence the X-Men example you brought up earlier. You could also have a really great suit in a bad superhero movie. There's plenty of those. So I'm saying the first image isn't really an indicator of anything. A trailer will be coming soon. I mean, the movie's probably halfway through filming, and it's coming out next year in July. It's not that far away.
Correct.
So I'll just go. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
No, the problem is with this one picture. And us knowing what we know about James Gunn and his theme,
predilections, and his writers,
it makes you think this is going to be a deconstruction of Superman.
Go Diesel.
So there's that word.
Whilst you got
and
the opportunity,
I fucking love James Gunn. Don't tell me I'm not a James Gunn fan. I fucking am. Okay, I'm just saying.
I didn't say you were. I didn't say you were.
Yeah.
I was looking at you, Joker, the whole time I was saying that. I'm just saying there's just a little bit of there's a shred of worry that might be the case. But here's the thing. What I fucking hope for is that both not only this movie turns out to be that saving grace, that original, like just going back to what Superman stood for movie and fucking nailing it. And James Gunn fucking killing it. And also
James Gunn did
Ryan
say
Reynolds fucking pulling off a fucking an incredible Deadpool movie under Disney's umbrella to the best of his ability. Fuck you, Professor.
No shit.
Well, James Gunn did say that Superman is to be the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. He has said that. He is on record saying that. This film is really designed to do one thing. It is to lift the market value of DC so David Zaslav can sell it off. That's what it's for.
More than likely.
That is all.
Yeah,
all
you're right.
Can you bring up that image again?
Because in the same way that the Harry Potter TV show is to raise the market value of that IP, so David Zaslav can sell that off to Universal. I honestly think that this entire slate of 10 films and shows that we're going to get from James Gunn, we're going to probably get 3.
Oh shit.
Because this is a sampler platter. This is an example of things we can do with DC. We could do horror now with Swamp Thing. We could do a cop drama with the Lanterns. We could do epic fantasy with the Amazons. We can do comic book adaptive stuff with Superman. But there's a lot of genres that DC can touch to make it lucrative for another studio, Universal, to buy it.
All right, Aaron, can you pull up that image again?
Yeah.
No, show the image I posted in.
I just noticed we lost JackTarLad.
Yeah,
go subscribe to JackTarLad immediately.
Sorry.
Yep.
Is he from Switzerland? We can wave the white flag. Is that what they're good at doing?
Iron,
pull that image.
Iron, check out the picture I put in the X chat or Twitter chat, whatever you like to call it.
There we go. Like if you don't, my thing, I didn't notice this Kingdom Come as I'm not as knowledgeable on Superman comics as you guys. But the main thing right here is that the lack of brightness is too dull. But if you scroll down slightly and look at his boots, that's about right. That looks about right. It looks like he's dirty or something like that. He's
dirty.
Yeah, well, it looks like
I'm not gonna lie. I loved Brandon Routh as Superman, as like the way he did Christopher Reeve's Clark Kent. I thought was great. The only thing with that suit was too dull, and the movie was just boring, and he was just wandering around kind of like simping on Lois Lane, kind of weird stuff. But like the teaser for that movie actually like put me over the top when it just showed like the mailbox that said Kent, and you had Marlon Brando's, even though you've been raised as a human being, you're not one of them. And it started playing that, with the Sloan trumpet, and I'm just like, oh, cool. If they bring in like, I think
Brandon Routh got a bad rap.
We're about to get fucking hard here.
Yeah,
here we go.
MSK can go suck fucking corn sweat stick all he wants. Henry Cavill is the best Superman from the modern era.
Rematch.
No,
damn.
Henry Cavill is looking at. Henry Cavill can go work at Netflix. That's what he's doing now. Hope his career.
As I was saying, Brandon Routh got a bad rap because he was not playing Superman.
Yeah.
He was playing Christopher Reeve.
Playing
he played Black Baby Daddy.
That's true because Brandon Routh he would have been fine fucking Superman.
He pulled. I love the fact that he pulled off.
Yeah, he was fine as Superman.
Christopher Reeve, the way he was talking.
Once again, they have him on the script.
Yeah, the movie was just a little bit boring, and they gave away the two best, like one of the best scenes in the entire movie with the trailer. And that's when the dude walked up and hit him point blank with a bullet, and the bullet just bounces, just crushes right on his eyeball.
Yeah,
But
it
Brandon Routh's
destroyed
suit,
by his
that
eye.
one was
Yeah,
a little
it's a
bit
great scene.
too dull. The whole
Kevin
thing.
Spacey's Lex Luthor was also great in that movie.
Yeah, he was. He was
underrated.
good.
The script was boring as fuck. Was
that
movie is bad. I hope
but I
people
loved the opening. It gave the opening in that movie gave you that retro 70s vibe, man, where it had the words, all the credits coming out. I was like, I was so stoked when I went to go see that in the movie theater, and then I was like, by the end, I'm just like,
where'd she go?
This is boring.
She left just like my dad.
But
Tiny, come back.
Come back
But-
and love me.
I don't know the corn sweat suit. It just needs to be a little brighter to me. I'm not gonna nitpick about stuff. And like, if you see it, maybe it is later on. And I'm not gonna like deconstruct the entire movie based on one
image,
that they've thrown out. And like, I believe, although like what Professor Savage Dead N-Word Iron said is that like they should have spent a little bit more time and pulled out maybe a more iconic photo for that. But then again, it has sparked a whole lot of talk and a whole lot of this, and people, you got rabid fans from both sides, and that's, to me, that's cool that everyone is talking about it, and at least we got some excitement going towards this thing, even though it's like we've got a lot of, it's been so much dog shit for so long, man. To get kind of excited and to go back and forth about this is kind of cool.
It's good, but it didn't need to be. Joke head Joker, go.
Okay. The talk of the tone of the suit. Okay, as you can see in the image, it's dirty. There's soot on it. The scene is also depicted at nighttime. So I mean, so if you were to have that bright blue suit in a nighttime setting, it's going to be
muted. You're right. It's going to be muted. Yeah. The colors will be muted a little bit. If you look at it, like I was saying, when you scroll down and look at the boots are bright. So it may just be the lighting in that picture or whatnot, but like, it's nuts. And man, we're so psychopaths. Like going.
Is that the only image?
So
my understanding,
so
yeah. And then you've got freaking like.
Now,
what's cool though? That could be that shit in the background. That looks like something Brainiac would throw out, man. That's that would be dope, man. If they brought Brainiac in here, a legitimate threat to suits.
The only other image that we've gotten from this week was Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. Now the image looks like a mock-up. It
oh no, like that was a fake.
That was a fake, I believe.
It was a parody account that posted that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know how there's like discussing film and there's Culture Crave. There's like parody accounts that make like like satire.
Okay, because my only real nitpick of that image was that guy had with his ring on his left hand. That was real.
That looked really bad. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, I hope people learn in a few years. Superman Returns was bad. That movie sucks. Outside of like some things about it, like literally, it's like he goes to this like kryptonite like formation rock thing. Why doesn't he just laser it, save the people there, and then not have to go there? That movie is fucking bad. It's so
because we
bad.
need the plot to progress in this case.
Superman gets a woman pregnant, leaves her for 5 years, and comes back. You know how like not Superman that is. Like that's not Superman. Superman got a woman pregnant, left her for left the whole world that he sworn to protect in 5 years.
Krypton had its chance.
Apparently, they did not watch the Mallrats because Wonder Woman is the only one who could take a load from Superman. Just saying.
Could Batman have sex with her?
Muscular control.
Yeah, with any other girl, it'd be like a shotgun blast. She'd be dead.
Is it uncontrolled though?
Bulma can have sex with Vegeta, and wouldn't he go Super Saiyan if he's pounding her?
Dude, my favorite part.
We all know Krillin's the most powerful character in that show.
It's not going to last very long. He's faster than a speeding bullet.
We do know that Superman has very precise muscular motor control. So maybe when he's busting, he
controlled the girth of his cum blast.
Bro, just he can control the dick muscles, and he just slows it down.
Oh, God. Okay, can someone correct me if I'm wrong? In the original movie, didn't his dad, when he discovers he has a dad, tell him that Krypton is destroyed, and that's why he sent him to Earth?
Iron leaves, and this turns into an episode of the Imitation.
So it's how bad that movie is. He knows Krypton's not there. His dad tells him.
All right, you degenerate cunt.
The Krypton's gone.
What? Let's just make a few things fucking very clear.
I didn't start it.
All right.
Krypton
all
met
right.
his chest.
One, Kal-El, Superman, can control
his thrust,
his motion to the ocean, so to speak.
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, Tiny is still waiting to get back in. Let's bring her on.
See,
okay.
Tiny's just listening in
So
the background.
Kal-El Clark can
Judging like
control what he's doing. He will not fucking break her in half unless he exactly wants to.
Exactly. He spends his entire
Number two. Shut up. It's my turn.
Fine.
I'll let you go in a second. I am very. I had to listen to this shit while I'm in there, like taking a piss and washing my hands.
What a great show host!
This motherfucker is taking over my show.
Iron Oxide has thought about Superman busting a nut very in depth.
Very. I have thought about it very extensively, and I know exactly. Here's the thing.
Especially while he's playing.
And number two. Okay. If like the whole if he like impregnates a human woman, then once that baby starts kicking, it's gonna kick a hole through Lois's stomach.
It's gonna pull a
Homelander.
Homelander.
Not because that. Okay,
Yeah,
the child has not been
vitamin D from the
exposed to yellow sunlight or any fucking sunlight at all.
Whoever said that?
Yeah,
Whoever said
she
that
goes
is
tanning
retarded.
though. In Mallrats, they said it.
I'm
It was
just saying,
hilarious. It was
like,
it was a great scene.
if
It made me
Vegeta can
laugh.
thrust into Bulma, then Superman can thrust into Lois Lane. Just saying. It's,
What about the
fuck it.
thing?
Okay, you're actually right
It's
there.
hilarious, and I've always loved it, and I will always love it, and it's great. But it's not the legitimate argument.
I
Because
love you guys.
I've heard. I mean, growing
Henry
up with
Cavill could have
85%
been
male
great.
friends, I have heard the stupid argument about the cum and shit so many times I can't even see straight. Fucking
Because of
Clark
the
spends
cum?
his entire life trying to not hurt people. He has to treat everyone like they're fucking made of glass. It's why that great
cardboard.
scene, one of my favorite scenes in all of Justice League Unlimited was him facing off against the dark side, going, "Do you have
Darkseid,
any
yeah.
idea how fucking freeing this is? I finally get to see what I can do, motherfucker!" I love that scene.
Well, that was a great.
That's a
episode.
great. Oh god, that
but-
episode.
He's not gonna break Lois.
I get to fucking cut loose.
Yup.
He didn't say
But-
fucking, but I added it.
But you, big man,
Wow,
you
fucking-
can take it. Now we get a rare opportunity to see what happens when I cut loose and show you how powerful I really am.
Really?
Remember the Superman versus the Elite? He was fighting that guy and he just pimp slapped him to knock him out. Didn't even try. Just hit him with his fingers and just knocked him out.
Right.
I have to say,
Again,
actually, I also really,
again,
it's
and
off the
it
topic,
was-
but I really love the scene with Lex right after that when he shows up with the anti-life equation, and he's just like, it's so Lex. He's just like pimping out, like, "Oh, is this what you wanted?"
Oh, you talking about Destroyer? Yeah, I love the fact. Yeah.
Why is he
To enter
sticking his
here-
fingers in everybody's mouth though?
Batman's the
To
only
enter-
one to
Yo,
object.
Hellhound.
To
Hold
enter,
on,
you
what
must
you have to
be
say,
a
dude?
level 12. You must be a level 12 genius. Then I'm overqualified.
Qualified. Intellect, not genius intellect. Yeah.
Hold up, Hellhound.
Hellhound.
What's
Well,
up?
there was a few different things, but my favorite thing about the picture was the original sky beam that they have. I've been missing the sky beam. It's been so long since we've had a sky beam.
Oh, I know. I just love the big blue sky beam. This is
The
Okay.
what?
This is how you know people are nerds. They're thinking about, okay, Superman having his life and his story. They're thinking about his radioactive potential cum. People are fucking weird.
Well, dude, that goes all the way back to
Are you
Mallrats.
saying that, you motherfucker? I
Seriously,
walked
this shit
away
comes out of
and
your
then
mouth
that,
on a regular basis.
I'm just- hey,
come with a
I'm just
thought
saying,
process.
nerds are weird.
I just
You
want to
talked
know.
about
Okay,
Mallrats.
Wait,
I'll
let's
find
say-
out on the replay. How did that conversation come to
That was Professor Savage Dad. He was talking about his radioactive cum.
Yeah, he's the one always talking about cum.
Okay, I might believe that it was actually.
All I said was, if
not
Vegeta
you.
can have sex with Bulma without bursting her in half, then I'm pretty sure these guys can have sex.
Hey, Professor brought it up and immediately ducked out so that he wouldn't have to take the blame.
Immediately left.
Correct. It wasn't his cum. It was that he could control the force.
Oh no! We're done.
Dude, this is like, have you ever seen Mallrats? You remember when Brody and them were talking about Superman? The only one that could handle him was Wonder Woman, and then Stan Lee later on the movie. Yeah, your friend is too obsessed with superheroes having sex.
Exactly.
Wait, so Tiny, I missed y'all's argument the other night, but so you like the Henry Cavill Superman movies?
No.
Okay.
I literally had to be held down.
Is not.
And then fucked them off and walked out of Man of Steel. I will never watch that fucking full movie.
I heard so much the wrong thing from that.
I would literally. If I ever meet fucking Snyder, I will kick him in the ball. I will do it. I don't care if I go to jail. I will kick that fucker in the balls.
Okay.
That
so
reminds me.
to kind of recap, to kind of recap that argument. All right, Miss Tiny, hi, how are you? So your problem is not with Henry Cavill, at all.
Nope.
It's with the tone, and the costume.
And the writing and the direction and the
I would group all of that in with the tone. Okay, so
if you want to put that all undertone, then yes, the tone is disgusting.
I gotta head out in about 3 minutes because I talked to Beard of
Oh
Liberty.
you're not going anywhere, motherfucker. You're staying right there.
Last time we had this conversation,
I have to leave.
Right away.
You don't have to go nowhere.
I did.
He's just going out for a pack of cigarettes, and he'll be right back.
If we finish on time, I'll come back.
Now, MSK, you had a thing to say about Henry Cavill as an actor.
Okay,
you said that he could not act and he did not portray Superman well at all.
Yeah,
or actually
the direction.
Role. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's two different things. Someone can do something outside of the actual thing, and then what's happening in the thing is all that matters. So, like, I know there's a lot of actors people don't like or whatever, but you would agree that some of their acting performances in the shows or movies or anime is really good, right? But like, if they had like big drama with the company, that's entirely separate. That's an entirely separate thing. Mm-hmm. I'm saying all that matters is what's on the screen. And
so how would you describe Henry Cavill's performance as Superman?
Carrying all the live action, so Christopher Reeves. I never saw Dean Cain's performance.
No, just Henry Cavill. Just Henry Cavill.
You're just trying to get him to piss me off because you really liked how angry I got.
It's just meh. Like his Clark Kent is just meh. His Superman is just meh. It's just not good.
How are you?
Just tell me what you think about Henry Cavill.
All that matters.
A character that goes against what the director is asking you to do or telling you to do.
It's a separate argument.
Someone who's been an actress since she was 4 fucking years old.
It's literally a separate argument. What happens on the screen is what matters. Yes, it does.
The screen is up to the director. The director tells you how you want it done. He tells you how you want it said. He tells you how you want you to move.
That sounds like a sob story that no one gives a fuck about.
Fucking tells the editor.
That's a sob story. Who cares about that?
Tiny.
That's what
all that happens is what happens on the screen. His Clark Kent and his Superman stunk. This is the same guy that his dad get killed by a tornado. That's all that matters is on the screen. I don't care what happened in his personal life. You trying to suck his dick or something?
It's not personal. It's the fucking movie. The director
outside the movie doesn't matter.
The director tells an actor or actress.
All that matters is the result on the court. No one cares that Michael Jordan sells shoes to Republicans. All that matters is what happens on the court.
And if the director doesn't like it, they say do it again. And then they say do it again. And then they say do it again until you get the stupid shit that the piece of shit director wants. Has
another sob story. All sob story. All that doesn't matter at all compared to what's on the movies. All that matters is what happens in the movies.
The movies are under the control of the director and the producers, you fucking moron! Have you ever seen a movie being made? Have you ever been a part of a movie?
Yes.
This is insane.
What happens in all that happens? All that matters is what happens in the movies is what matters.
Angry Tiny is off the chain,
he could have been blowing Zack Snyder. I don't know what the hell that has to do with him acting.
So what if I didn't miss the argument and I just
You just caught up with it.
It's probably for the best.
Completely caught up with it.
It's all off screen.
Tiny's scaring the fuck out of me right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Just saying, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you are ridiculous. You're right.
Like in one argument, I can agree. He had some problems with the way direction went. That's completely separate from what happens on the screen. That is,
no, it's not. What's on the screen?
Hold on, because you nuked the whole fucking show. Hey, my turn, my show. Okay, you nuked your whole show. I want to give a good point. Would you say that X-Men Origins Wolverine was a good movie and that Hugh Jackman's performance as Wolverine was good?
It wasn't as good in that movie.
No.
The whole movie was bad. But
right.
Hugh Jackman has
right.
as Wolverine in other movies.
Right. Hold on. Let me finish. Now, X-Men First Class. What would you say about Hugh Jackson's performance in that?
All he said was just fuck you.
The one line?
The one line? I wouldn't count that for anything.
Or even Logan.
Logan was good, I guess.
Same actor, different directors.
You're missing the point.
No,
the
you're
point
missing the
is-
point.
No, I think you're missing the point, dude.
I'll use another example, and then I have to go. Michael Jordan is known as someone who's a piece of shit to people. He treated people like he punched a teammate. We know this, right? Now on the court, all that mattered was
does Michael Jordan have to do with Henry Cavill?
What's Michael Jordan?
I'm giving my example.
Michael Jordan's like the GOAT of basketball.
Hold on. I'm saying that on the court was all that matters was that Michael Jordan was one. All that matters on the court was that Michael Jordan won championships. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
What is Rebel Moon? Rebel Moon is nothing but stiff. Stiff shit.
Rebel Moon is garbage.
Rebel Moon is garbage.
Just
Rebel
saying.
Moon is proof that he's a fucking porcelain-ship director.
What does that have to do with Henry Cavill acting as Clark Kent in the movie? That's nothing. It's a separate argument.
Because an actor's only as good as his director in the
all that
in
matters
what's
is what
presented
happens
to them,
all that matters
man.
is what happens on the screen. He had 3 super performances.
No control.
Dude, you're putting it all on the actor when it's all actually on.
All that matters is what happened in the movie, though.
Well, but sometimes you
matters.
do have, like with X-Men Origins Wolverine, I think Hugh Jackman was good in that movie. I thought he was good as
How about
Wolverine.
Ryan
You have
Reynolds in that movie? How about
Ryan Reynolds was great in the
And
beginning.
people shitted on him for that. People completely shitted on him for that. All that mattered was what was on the screen, and he got shitted on for that. All that matters is what happens on the screen about the actor.
Here's the
portraying
thing:
character.
the
He portrayed
actors
Clark Kent like shit.
don't matter. All that matters is the material that's put before them.
Yes, and then
Okay?
that's how we judge the movie. That's right there. You just answered my question. That's how you judge the movie.
But you're judging him. You're saying he's not a good Superman
He
based
isn't.
on the material
All right,
that
who's
he
your
had
Superman
before
then?
him. Let's
Who's
go
your-
to
who's your top
Joker.
three? Who's your
Joker.
top 3? Who's your top 3
Joker,
Superman?
you're next.
Joker, who's your top 3 Superman?
Top 3?
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill, and Dean Cain so far.
Hold on. He asked Joker. Okay. Though your answers are exactly right, but let's hear from Joker.
My top 3 Superman.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve, George Reeves, and Dean Cain.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder.
Okay, so now as far as
I respect George Reeves. I really respect George Reeves. I love watching the black and white, but at the same time, I don't actually see him as good as the other two.
As far as Man of Steel goes, and I'll just lay this out here because I've said this numerous times. Man of Steel is a decent superhero film. It's a terrible Superman film.
Yep.
So as far as Henry Cavill as an actor, of late, every project where he is the lead bombs. Now for Henry, I would say, Henry, you need to fire your agent then because they are not doing you a good.
He's not a big enough draw.
A good service for you.
That's all it is. He's not a big enough draw.
Okay,
it should be.
And that may very well be true. And the Snyderverse was supposed to catapult him into the A-list category. It did because he was playing Superman, but it didn't do him a good service being under Zack Snyder, and it has tainted Henry Cavill's career going forward because every film that he has been the lead in has been an absolute bomb. Everything.
Except the Mission Impossible one, I think, right? Except Fallout.
Well, hell, as the lead actor.
But that was like Tom. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, same thing with Tom Holland. Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
The ungentlemanly warfare. God, I can't talk. But that movie, I think, might have done a little better if it wasn't for old jackass from Reacher going out there and talking like a piece of shit.
On top of that, also, nobody wants to go to the theaters anymore. Everyone's just willing to wait for it to come out on streaming. No one's willing to go to the theaters. Like, I was actually at my theater yesterday to go see The Fall Guy, which was, by the way, fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. And if you've had any actual history in show business, whether theater or movies, especially movies, you'll think it's even funnier. Especially if you've worked with cast and shit, or not the cast, if you've worked with crew, if you work with the crew and shit, you'll find it twice as hilarious. So of course, MSK won't know anything about it. While I was there, one of the owners of the theater that I was in was literally out having an argument with one of his managers because they can't make any money. No one wants to go to the theater, not for anything, except for they're bringing back like old movies, and some people are going to some of those, but it doesn't bring in numbers like a brand new blockbuster that everyone wants to see will do. And almost no one cares about going to see shit in theaters anymore.
Yeah,
you're right about that.
Anymore.
And the Reacher guy was a dumbass. That also fucked it up.
Oh, because he's waiting on me. I'd say this last thing before I go. So this is just, I want people to come around to how I'm thinking. You don't have to agree. I don't care if you agree. So if we praise someone,
that was insane.
If we praise like Ryan Reynolds, he did a terrible job as Deadpool in Origin Wolverine, right? But then people praised him when he had a good performance, right? I'm saying the fact that if someone has a good job with a good acting part that they're in for a movie, then it's also fair to shit on them when they have a bad part of a movie, right? I think. Yes, it is. That's how that works.
It's the fucking director. Sometimes it is the actor. Sometimes the actor, no matter what the director says.
So you just answered my question right now. You just answered it.
Tells you to do something.
Answered it.
It's not your fucking fault.
You praised him when he sucked, but you praised him when he also did good. So
no, I have nothing against Ryan Reynolds in fucking Origins or whatever that is, because it isn't Ryan Reynolds' fault. It's the director's fault, and it proved that by making Deadpool and proving that he could do it well.
I think the point went over your head. I think the point went over your head.
I thought Ryan Reynolds was good.
I feel like a little kid caught between two parents arguing, and I can't do anything.
Before we go,
I gotta
head out. His Superman movie's fucking stunk. He's a terrible Superman, and he can go work at Netflix so we can make no money, which he's doing right now, which we're doing nothing. He could be homeless.
He's still got a hell of a lot more money than you, babe.
Oh, yes! Rematch of the century.
Wow.
Oh
okay,
my
so
god.
Going back to the image.
I gotta say that still was not as good as the original raw footage that was yeeted
the argument from the other
MSK's channel just a couple days ago.
Just for the record, I'm Switzerland, okay? Just putting that out there. I'm going to keep my eyes
for the record, I thought Ryan Reynolds
and remain neutral.
Ryan Reynolds was brilliant in the little bit that he had as Wade at the beginning of when he came in with the swords and Origins. He was I thought he was fantastic, man. When he came in,
that's the thing, man.
Because he was talking all the shit
say
in the
what
elevator.
Say what you will about X-Men Origins. Fucking, there were some great performances there.
I think Lee Schreiber's really great in that movie. Personally,
Ryan Reynolds killed it. Hey, everyone's dead now. That was a fucking great.
That was he sounded like that's something that Wade.
You got the fingernails of a bag lady.
That
shit was funny. I love that.
Let's give the floor to Joker.
Anyway.
Okay. I love how everyone loves to praise Ryan Reynolds. Name a role where he's not being Ryan Reynolds.
That's Buried. Ryan Reynolds. He's always Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
Amityville Horror.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Good one.
Okay, one. And
that was two. That was two. Buried, Amityville Horror.
I was going to say Life, but he still kind of plays himself in that movie.
Life is good.
Okay, so
I like it.
So
that's a mess. That's a fucked up movie, dude.
Two guys, a girl, and a pizza place.
Fucking kill me.
So what I'm saying is Ryan Reynolds is at his best when he's being Ryan Reynolds,
which is closer to like how his a Deadpool character, being a smartass, saying all this kind of stuff.
Hold on.
So I'm just saying he doesn't have a lot of range.
Right.
That would.
No, I'll give you that.
Okay.
I can agree.
But here's the thing. Ryan Reynolds is also extremely passionate about the character of Deadpool.
And we have waxed this.
I know. We've argued about this back and forth.
Dude, can I say something?
And I still think that there's just too much brand damage from Feige and Disney that this film will break even at best. It is
okay.
Not
that's fine.
Well. I just
here's the thing, Joker. I'll give you that. Okay, it'll break even at best. But here's what I want to. Do you think it'll be a bad movie? Do you think, like, we were kind of arguing about this to where you said all the good parts will be in the trailer and none of that will be in the movie?
Well, I didn't think there was a lot of great stuff in the trailer.
Well,
to start with, so
what I'm saying, just any of the good stuff's in the trailer and it won't be in the movie.
I think you're gonna get some good. I think you're gonna get some good individual performances, and it's gonna be from the Deadpool cast that is being brought over, and I think he will play Wolverine like he's always played.
Yeah,
Wolverine. Right. He can do that role in his sleep. Do I think the direction? Do I think the execution of this film is going to spell a success? No, I don't. And I say this, because Disney and the Marvel have lost the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
Oh, it's not going to make a blip in anything.
I will give you that
100%. You'll be lucky if they break even with it because the budget's ridiculous. Also, to Ryan Reynolds being passionate about Deadpool, you ever seen the movie The Change Up with him and Jason Bateman? You remember when he's sitting in his apartment in there, he's fucking around with katanas in there in his apartment in that movie. And I guarantee you that was a callback to like the fucking playing Wade. Is it Wade Wilson? Is that his last name?
Yeah, Wade Wilson's Deadpool.
Yeah, he's playing in the change up. That's what he was sitting in that apartment in there, fucking around with those katanas, man. That's way before he got the Deadpool movie. But
here's another thing I want to ask, and I think I'm going to ask this directly to Joker because I feel like you have a little more.
Real quick.
A little more.
I have to say goodnight because I got to go.
Oh no.
Stuff everything and sorry. I have to.
You just came back to fuck with MSK and now you're gonna leave.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I was so pissed he knew that thing like the other night. I was so angry. I was like, all right.
Wait, you were angry?
I'm gonna get on about it. But so
I'll have no fury like a woman scorned.
Friday, I gotta go do Jew shit. So I love you.
All right.
All right.
I gotta do.
See,
all right. So, do you feel more? Do you have more confidence in James Gunn's ability to do Superman than you do in Ryan Reynolds' ability to do Deadpool?
Yes.
There we go. Fuck. Spilled my drink.
Yeah.
See, because Ryan Reynolds, no matter how passionate he is, or how much the money he has to put toward this project, he is still under a boss, and the boss is the director. The boss is Kevin Feige, and the boss is Disney. James Gunn is the director, and he is also the co-CEO of. He is the co-CEO of DC Studios. So the buck stops with him.
You got a great point there, especially with James Gunn being the newly appointed CEO of DC Studios.
Co-CEO.
So that's a great point. Now, just to interject though, Ryan Reynolds has both producer and executive producer rights on Deadpool.
Right.
My problem with
James
with Gunn.
No, hold on. Ryan Reynolds also selected the writer and director of Deadpool. He argued and the studio threw in new writers, got rid of the old writers, got this chick from Bob's Burgers. Ryan Reynolds yeeted that shit and got the old guy back.
So
now
this is the point.
So that's something else to look at, because Ryan Reynolds said he will not do it unless it's done right.
Let me ask you a question, guys. Right now,
Professor,
let's do this. Let's do this.
I love debating.
Okay, no, let's do this thought experiment. If James
where'd you
Gunn,
get that food at?
My wife brought me some canes. But the question is, if James Gunn got yeeted right now, he was gone, out, done at DC, whatever. Could Warner Brothers still make the Superman movie? And then on the flip side of that, if Ryan Reynolds got yeeted right now from the Deadpool movie, could they still make the Deadpool movie?
Nope. No.
Yes.
Would they still even be making it? Would it still get made at all?
They would do it, but it wouldn't be successful.
That if Ryan Reynolds was gone right now, they would not make that movie because they can't make it without Ryan Reynolds. Nobody gives a shit. Who are they going to bring in? About his Deadpool?
Professor, you brought up a great point. During the early negotiations with Deadpool, there was Disney purposely leaked a rumor that they were replacing Ryan Reynolds with what's that one kid, that Indian comedian, the one who does he's in Bob's Burgers and shit.
Oh god.
Archer.
Aziz Ansari. He said we're going to replace him with Aziz Ansari. They leaked it out just enough to get fan input, which was horrible.
Terrible. Right.
Yeah. They can't make the Deadpool movie without Ryan Reynolds, but they can make
because Ryan Reynolds has
a lot of fucking pull on this movie. It does depend.
Hold on.
The quality of the movie depends entirely on how much pull he actually has, though.
Okay. The Marvel and Disney would still do a Deadpool film because they're not going to lose that. They're not going to lose that. They're not going to lose that theatrical time slot. Now, the film is already in the can. It's done. It's ready to go. So that's kind of a moot point at this stage.
But it may be already done, but they could keep filming Superman without James Gunn. You can slap another director in there.
They can't. They could not.
They did that with
They've done it 20
they did that with Justice League.
Snyder.
Yeah, they could, but it would be crap. Is like what I was thinking. Like it would be.
Now,
dude, do not think Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is just as horrible as Disney.
So hold on.
Or as CW.
So do you think that Zaslav, knowing the mistake that the Snyderverse was when he took over the Warner Brothers, would allow that to happen?
Yeah, I don't think Zaslav.
He allowed the Flash to happen.
I don't think.
He allowed HBO to be renamed to Max.
I mean, Kevin Feige admitted twice this week that they fucked up the last round of Marvel, and it doesn't mean that he wouldn't still do it.
Let me talk about that. The Flash had to be done because they had too many foreign market contracts that it would have cost more in legal fees to pull the film. So they just tossed it out there. They knew that the Flash and the Blue Beetle and Aquaman were all going to take losses. They all knew it. So that, but again, they had too many contractual obligations to pull them. So this is, and again, Zaslav is not a stupid guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He is trying to rein in these. He is trying to rein in which at the time, to Warner Brothers, was the dumbest studio in Hollywood, where Disney is the most evil studio in Hollywood. So he is trying to bring this competency back, and for the last 2 years they have cut their debt down each year by a substantial amount. But like little Miss Kitty Cat was in here, a lot of the problem is the box office, because people are not willing to go out as often and give that word of mouth. They are a lot more reticent because stuff comes to streaming so fast, and they don't give it time to sit and gestate and get some life, get some legs, and especially with Disney, they consume their own shit and don't license it out to Netflix or this or that or this or that or this or that. So there is money being left on the table. If James Gunn was to walk away right now, just walk, DC Studios collapses, does not exist anymore.
Actually, I agree with that 100%.
So back to my point, if Ryan just walks away, Marvel still exists. Disney still exists.
Marvel still exists.
Well, until
Deadpool
that fake money
does
runs
not.
out.
Yeah, Deadpool's done if he walks away, man. But you know what? I wouldn't put anything past the
Disney's
those Disney. I would not put anything past them, man. They're the ones that just like, let's get a woman with Silver Surfer. We'll own the chuds. They've been
No, dude.
years,
Diesel. Listen, man. Before when they acquired Fox, they put out the fucking rumor. They did this intentionally to get feedback that Aziz Ansari would take over Deadpool.
Yeah, and
no one responded the way they thought they would.
Right.
But when have they actually listened to criticism, though? I mean, really, think about it. They have been dumping out
they're selective.
After turd, man.
Okay. Now, as far as the Deadpool and the fan response thing, Deadpool is their only release. Is Marvel's only release this entire year. Okay. Right. So if that was brought in early on and fans they were like, no. They know that this is their only release. So their only chance to make any money at the box office, anything, or even recoup it, because I guarantee they're going to spend with production and marketing about $400 million. So which means you got to hit a minimum $800 million at the box office to make zero. So they're going to go with what they feel is the best chance to at least recoup, because everything else has failed badly.
Well, they don't even care about recouping. They're still living in their funny money phase. I mean, the reason Warner Brother cannot live with this is because they don't have control of the children like Disney does. And look, who went to the White House and to Trudeau for May 4th? They were Disney fucking actors that have been paid. Like, Disney has government money and a bunch of fucking backing that they will be, if they do start to fail, they'll be bailed out. And so DC can't afford to fail. Disney can fucking fail all day.
Broke now, man. Like this James Gunn thing is like their last friggin'. I think this is their last stab at the dark, and I agree with you. Maybe they're getting ready to sell it and everything, but like, I think the whole planning out all that thing just from all these different movies, I think is stupid. I think what he should just have been focusing on, make a great Superman movie. I hope they don't dump too many people in the Superman movie, but how many extras are they putting in there? They're putting Green Lantern and a bunch of other
apparently everybody and their mom is in this movie.
Yeah, that's not gonna be it's not gonna do what
okay, now I've already explained how they can work that and make it work. Okay, that doesn't mean just because you have a big cast does not mean everyone is getting significant screen time. Again, end credit scenes, mid credit scenes. There's a lot of ways that you can introduce these characters without taking away from the main story. And as far as Disney is in great shape, you might want to watch one of the recent Valiant Renegade videos when he covered the last earnings call.
Yeah,
and you had folks like Chase National Bank and these other big institutional investors going, we're not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Right.
Well, they should have voted for they should have voted for different board members, but the fact of the matter is they voted for the same board members to be on that board. So clearly they're not that pissed.
They are driving that train high on cocaine right off the cliff, dude.
There is
right off that woke cliff,
man. There is no cocaine involved there. Cocaine.
It would probably be better if there was some cocaine involved. They'd probably make better films.
If this movie ends up bombing, I think Disney's stock price drops below 100. And if it ends up bombing also, I think you're going to see more than a few heads roll at the Marvel Studios. I don't think it's going to be Kevin Feige, but it's going to be some big fucking people that get shit canned if this movie doesn't make something or break even. They're going to be really
It's going to have, but given the production budget, it's going to have to. Somebody estimated around 900 million to break even, somewhere around in there. Deadpool,
that was me.
Yeah,
that was me.
All right. So, when's the release date for Deadpool?
July
20.
Okay,
it's like late July. So this is the problem. And this is the problem with
of next
year.
This
is the problem with this summer. This
is
the
that's
problem with.
So
this is the problem with the release date. There, you got late July. You basically have one free weekend because right after that, back to school ending starts.
Yeah, I was going to say not just that, but have you seen the Fortnite update? They're going to fudge the numbers with the new Star Wars shit, and they're going to, if Deadpool fails, Disney stock I don't think will move much. I mean, it should be in the shitter right now. It got down to 83. It should be down there in the 70s.
Star Wars trash in the light.
Yeah, now we have this shit on Fortnite that they're going to say they made all this money off of.
Might I add, the peak Disney stock price was at 197 not too long ago. That was under the evil and incompetent Bob Chapek.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to keep on fudging their numbers with bullshit. That's what my whole point is. Like
Society.
Yeah.
What up?
But
what's up, man?
Not much. I just got back, and I'm clearly here on time. So I just want.
Hey, man, it's all good. We're all. You missed the knockdown drag out between Tiny and MSK. It was like, yeah, man. It was just.
Nah, she beat me
whiplash.
Oh, I know that. Look, I know better than to argue with that woman. No, sir. The comedian said back then, I'll just take a knee, wait for the clock to run out. I'm not going into that.
Yeah.
Before I get into that argument, no.
And Zaslav has always seemed to me like before I forget, my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like Zaslav's always seemed like a knockoff of what's his name? Dang it, what's his name from the UFC? Everybody
Dana White.
McMahon.
Yeah, everybody wanted
Dana White, yeah. But Zaslav, though, he has done, at least they've axed a few things, man. But like Warner Brothers is hanging on by a thread. And I just have a feeling, man. So you got all of these things that are combined, man. Not saying that this Superman movie won't be good. It could be good. It could be awesome. But you've got so much things kind of going against it right from the get-go. You've got just, I mean, if you pull out, we just had like a long drawn out like discussion about one pick from the thing. Plus
Right.
you've got all the people, all the different characters that you're going to try to introduce in this one movie. And another thing, you've got James Gunn planning this whole thing talking about who are that
my biggest worry with James Gunn.
Okay,
hold on.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. I just keep hearing the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, this big slate of things. You're not getting all 10. Put that thought out of your head right now. It's not happening. This is a sampler.
I don't care, but he's already got this plan going out, man. It doesn't matter because you see where this could go in. What is that? What is that knockoff Justice League bullshit? I wouldn't even mention that.
But Diesel, you're not gonna get all these projects. Maybe 3 are gonna.
I understand that, but like the fact that you would actually put out a list and have some of these not good picks in there. It's like a shit list, man. Who
different genre.
And then Superman.
I know.
What's that knockoff Justice League that he's talking about making? Was talking about making the freaking
Justice Friends.
No, it's
Justice
Authority,
Society or something like that.
Nobody gives a shit about Authority, man.
I know I'm a little bit late to this, but have we talked about the reality that David Zaslav is probably just packaging this giant turd called Warner Brothers Discovery just so he can sell it to Comcast in a few years?
That's what Joker was talking about earlier, man. And right on.
Paramount and Sony, and they're buying a lot of shit.
I mean, Hollywood. The reality is, Hollywood in about 5 years is going to be a duopoly, whether we like it or not, because we see that all of these major studios are consuming each other.
Yeah.
Yep. Down to 3.
I would say probably 2, because I mean, whoever buys Warner Bros. Discovery is just buying one debt. It's basically been like a 20-year debt snowball that just hasn't gone away yet.
I've always said for the longest time that DC Warner Brothers had been run by committee. You've got the biggest slate of awesome characters in DC Comics, man. Yeah, you can't put out a decent movie and all this stuff. I think it's been run by committee for so long where you don't have one person.
It was run by Ann Sarnoff. It was run by Ann Sarnoff. Who
you need
Ann
a man
Sarnoff
with a strong vision.
Come on.
Run it.
It was run by Ann Sarnoff, who was the head of Warner Film, the head of DC. The head of the studios was Tony Emmerich, and the head of DC was Walter Hamada. Woke. There's a reason.
They're problem, but it's the same. It's the same thing with the whole point of not giving Marvel benefit of the doubt. I'm not giving DC benefit of the doubt either,
man.
And it's the fact that we're looking at the aspect of. I mean, granted, of Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds being a successful movie, but everyone's putting their faith that James Gunn's going to be able to turn around DC. Neither studio at this point get a benefit of the doubt at all until they actually start producing quality entertainment. Yep. Once they start consistently doing that, then they can get that benefit of the doubt back.
Yeah, that's you're exactly right, sir. I agree. Okay, they have ruined any and all goodwill and trust, man. You got to prove it. Just like, man, you're trying to get sober and you've been drunk for so long, man. You got to prove that you're actually going to do something and not be a piece of shit and go back into drinking again, man.
So as I said earlier, I think James Gunn deserves some benefit of the doubt. This is a new direction. This is a new studio. Now, yes, it is still under the Warner Brothers umbrella, but even that is under new leadership. So am I willing to extend some benefit of the doubt to Warner Brothers and James Gunn. Yes, I am. It is not the same to extend any benefit of the doubt to Feige and Iger. They have completely destroyed that. And that's my last take on that.
Even so, it's still Hollywood. That's even with giving him James the benefit of the doubt. It's still Hollywood, and
that's fair.
Hollywood just in general is the benefit of the doubt. Now, putting a lot of faith that James can pull it off and benefit of the doubt, to each their own. I mean, some are going to get that benefit. I just look at it overall as just a Hollywood problem in general.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where I'm kind of standing on it. Now James could come out and make a banger of a movie and then produce something else. And you want to know what? That's great. But going back to like the image, my only concern really with the image is the fact that this is the first actual studio release image, and that's what they went with. Right. Now, if they wanted to actually show him just in the back lot putting the costume on, that's fine. The fact that they inserted AI background, I think is bad marketing.
And I would agree. And I think we kind of all agreed on that from the outset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, it's all about the marketing, and we're seeing it across the board. Everyone's got their opinion on it, and it seems to be really forming into two camps. Either you love it, or you're having a lot of issues with it. There's really not a whole lot of gray area.
What do you think, society? What do you think about this, man? This Superman.
Here's the thing, and I'm going back a while here. I've never had that much faith in James Gunn as a creative head to begin with. Like, look, I like the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I think it's a top 3 MCU film. A lot of people forget that one was actually co-written by James Gunn, not fully written by James Gunn, but I do really like that movie. Yeah. I didn't care for the second one. I mean, the third one was all right because they were wrapping things up. And I haven't really cared much for James Gunn's style of humor since then either. So for them to give him the keys to this entire DCEU franchise and be like, oh, everything's going to be run by him, I was like, people who really, really like those last 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies were all ecstatic. Like, this is absolutely amazing. I'm sitting here like, are we truly expecting James Gunn to do a serious, no lowball brand of comedy superhero movie or a Superman movie outside of that? It's like, I just don't see how this whole thing is going to work. But to me, I always looked at James Gunn's appointment with DCEU. It's like, hey, look, if we're trying to essentially flip this whole thing, where we merge these 2 companies and put all this debt together in one corporation, so now we still have $45 billion of debt. If we're trying to resell this thing to another company, maybe like an Apple or Comcast, wherever, we tell them, hey, we got James Gunn, this proven director, and he has a whole bunch of movies lined up here too, and that's probably going to jack up the price. And I think that James Gunn in that aspect is going to pay a much bigger deal, because a big story we haven't really talked about much with Warner Brothers, but this week apparently it was made known that they could very well lose the rights to the NBA, and the NBA has been a big, financial moneymaker for TNT and the Warner networks for the last several years. And if they lose that, which it looks like they're going to, the asking price for a sale is going to plummet, which means that somebody like Comcast, who might already have the rights to NBA by the time we get around here, can essentially buy him at like a bargain deal, and it's gonna be not only just buying them but buying the Discovery properties like as well. And I think like James Gunn is probably their only big selling chip at the moment, with the promise of what he can do. Now, he doesn't actually have to do anything that he's told everyone he's going to do over the last few months, but just the promise of it is going to be enough to drive up whatever value they can out of this thing. I mean, I just don't really see it's going very far.
Is Comcast NBC? That's NBC, right?
Yeah, NBC Universal Comcast.
Yeah. Now the thing about it is the sale going to try to occur before the release of the movie to keep the hype behind it up, and the hopes that it's a good movie? Because if it bombs, now you've really lost that chip, and now it's even more of a now you're really looking at bargain basement pricing for Warner Brothers.
Yeah, when it's set up like this, it almost feels like, you know how they brought James Gunn in, like it almost feels like since they're trying to sell it that he's not even there for the long haul, man. It's like I don't
even know that
it's like pro wrestling. He's trying to hype up the marks, so all the marks are going crazy about what could happen. It's like, oh hey, WrestleMania is coming to Vegas next year, guys. Aren't you excited? And then by the time we get there, God knows what the actual card's going to look like, but it doesn't matter because the tickets are already sold.
Yeah.
Well, see, this may not even have anything to do with just selling Warner Brothers. I mean, it's been rumored for a very long time that DC Comics is very expensive to keep up, and that the IPs of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman are all very valuable, but they're not bringing in enough money from it anymore these days. Like the idea of those IPs.
Well, they've driven the value of those properties into the ground. I mean, it's their own fault.
Exactly. Well, let's make everybody gay.
They've rumored about selling DC Comics off for years, and I could see a lot of the Warner Brothers back catalog and movies and their sports contracts and things being very valuable, but DC Comics isn't necessarily anymore. They may sell that deadweight by itself and maybe separately sell the movie rights. I don't know. You could see something that's a lot more focused on just the DC universe than anything else. And in all honesty, I think it would be the best thing for it if they did sell it. They'd be creatively bankrupt. The same with Marvel. If they got out from under fucking Disney,
dude.
Comics would be.
It's sad too, because look at, like, I mean, seriously, it's almost impressive how you have to drive DC Comics into the ground, and look at that.
Oh yeah, dude,
of people. This Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the freaking Green Lanterns, and then all the other characters in. I mean, you have to really actively put forth some effort to destroy this thing, man.
Western Comics is failing because they abandon children. 100%. Not just Western comics. Those IPs, Batman, Superman, all of them. When's the last time you had a cartoon that inspired children to be interested in these fucking characters? They haven't. And the same's going on with Spider-Man right now.
Not since Justice League. Not since Justice League Unlimited, man, back in 200004.
Exactly. And kids aren't watching X-Men 97. My kids.
No, they're not. That's like
it's adults.
If they do anything,
it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia for us that watched it.
You know how it is? If they do anything, they gear it towards if it's for kids, they make stuff now, they stupid it down and make it, like that bullshit Transformers 1 trailer. They dumb that's gonna be the biggest steaming pile of dog shit. And then they geared that towards kids and just made it just stupid, ridiculous, jokey stuff. You either have that or then you have the self-insert stuff. Or it's like, let's put as many gay characters and put him in this kind of let's make everybody ugly. Let's own the chuds kind of thing. And
again, it goes back to the whole point. This is a Hollywood problem because look at what Paramount did with Star Trek. They dumbed it. They dumbed it so far down and then made that kids animated. And it's like this is Star Trek was accessible to all ages, everybody. And the fact that they want to sit there and we're going to make a kids series, and it's like, well, you're talking down to them, and all you're doing is for indoctrination. You're coming just stupid jokes. The lower decks
shit in there, man.
The lower decks is nothing more than Lower decks was nothing more than trying to do like a Rick and Morty.
Yes,
it's a bad knockoff.
A bad knockoff.
I saw a clip of it, and it just looked. It was one of them with their legs spread open, sitting on a table. I'm just like.
Now,
you know the Nicolas Cage thing that Draper always uses where he's like where he's like drinking in the freaking bathroom. That reaction.
Yeah.
Now the irony is probably the best children's program out there is on Disney Plus, and the irony is they don't even own it, and that is
Bluey.
Nope.
Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey.
It's the only thing my kids want to watch. My kids want to watch fucking Bluey. They were talking about that this morning.
Yeah.
They like Bluey. They watch Bluey, and it is good. I've watched more than enough fucking Bluey in my time, and it isn't bad. It doesn't even annoy me. Like usually those kid shows that are that dumb, like fucking Coco Melon, make me want to drill a hole in the side of my head.
Have you seen the new Coco Melon? Coco Melon. No. They have a bunch of single or a bunch of double moms and double dads of different colors and different races.
Yeah,
it's
they do.
Yeah, they started that like a year ago. But Bluey,
I bought a baby episodes of Coco Melon, huh? Great.
Yeah. They're doing.
They don't give a shit about that.
They're doing dragon shit. It's for the children. It's fucking crazy.
You know what my
It's
kids are watching right now? Right now on the TV across the fucking living room from me, they're watching fucking Three Ninjas, and they're quiet because they're into it. I showed them The Sandlot a couple weeks ago. My son's been
killing me,
running around with a baseball glove, and like they're starving for content that they're not giving them. And this is why.
Hold up. Are they watching Three Ninjas from '92?
Yes.
Look, yeah, they are. I just
go
got
Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja.
But
Go.
even toys too are like they're all just nostalgia bait for anyone that's like a millennial or older.
Nostalgia bait for adults. Movies.
Well, even
making money right now. The reason movies are bombing because parents aren't taking their damn kids every fucking weekend to the movies because there's nothing for us to take them to.
Well, it's a twofold problem. One, it costs way too much to take your family to a movie theater these days, so it means you have to be even more selective. And then, like, what the hell are you gonna go out there and see? Like I said, you can't trust Disney with your
indoctrination garbage, right?
Exactly, right. It's like now. I even mentioned this. A good buddy of mine's, Matt, movie reviews from Australia. We talked about this with the Lightyear situation a few years ago when they were trying to push that lesbian couple in Lightyear, and one of the reasons why he didn't take his kids to go see that movie because it's like I want to go watch a Toy Story related film with my kids. I don't want to have to go and discuss to my child like how two women can have a baby with no dude. It's like and now I have to have that conversation all because I want to go see a Toy Story movie.
Inappropriate. I can tell you why it's so expensive because the movie theaters aren't making any fucking money. They're jacking the prices up so that they can
stay
well, that's the thing. Like the movie theaters don't actually make any money off of ticket sales whatsoever. All that money goes to the studio. Concessions is their only way that they actually make money.
No. That is actually not true because the theaters rent the space. So the box office number that you see, half of that goes to the studio. Half of that goes to.
It depends on the studio because some releases, some studios like average, Disney will require a larger cut in order to play their movies for a lot longer. Yeah.
So I've
got a recipe.
Yes, but on average, the United States and Canada get the studio keeps 55%. Internationally, the studio keeps about 43%. China, they keep 25%. So on average, it's about a 50-50 split.
And so I've got a recipe, and hey, if anybody from Angel Studios is listening, anybody, like I've been watching this movie Three Ninjas, and I remember this movie from when I was a kid. This movie probably didn't cost shit to make. Nothing. Angel Studios gets you some decent child actors.
Yeah, make some silly fun like that. Yeah,
with kids. Kids like watching actual real kids, not even just cartoons. They love this shit. The Goonies, they love that movie. The only reason they like the Ghostbusters movie, there were kids in it. For fuck's sake. The new Ghostbusters, that is.
I don't know. I did go see the original Ghostbusters when I was a kid, but the genius of that movie is because the jokes in there, there were two kinds of jokes in there. Some that kids would get, and then stuff that you get as an adult, like the stuff like, where these stairs go?
Or
they
like,
go up. I thought that was the funniest shit when I was a kid. And then later on, man, when I grew up and watched it later on, I got all the jokes for the adult shit when he comes back. How much?
Or even
only
like
3,800
Rugrats
and these parts and all this other stuff.
Even Rugrats when their grandfather's watching Alien Vixens or some shit.
Or right here,
they didn't dumb down stuff for kids, man. They made it just like they made like
I mean, look at like shows. I mean, we had a conversation about this a week ago when we did a thing on Nicktoons. Like, there's a few Nicktoons such as like Doug, Hey Arnold, where they're shows for kids, but they didn't dumb them down as if hey, this is a show for 8-year-olds. So everything's like
everything like Nick Jr. or something. Make it look like
it wasn't like if you're happy and clap your hands, clap. Like it wasn't that kind of content they were doing.
Remember when Rocco had was on the sex line?
Oh yeah, it got banned.
Wow, Rocco's Modern Life. Wow, that show.
I hate to
Rocco's Modern Life.
I hate to interject, but I got to scoot, guys.
Yep.
Iron, thank you for having me again.
Oh yeah, man.
A lot of fun. And I will be going live next week, Monday, House of the Dragon, 7 p.m. Pacific. We're in season 1. We're in episode 7. And then Wednesday, you can catch me on Wednesday night is Overbooked, talking about the state of the WWE. And then Friday, hopefully, I'll be back here again. And then I've got regular content coming out throughout the week. But yeah.
Absolutely, man. I'm going to post your channel link in the chat. So
Coolio.
For sure, dude. You're always welcome back, man. Thanks for coming.
Alrighty, guys.
All right, take care,
Later, man.
So I'm serious. Like Angel Studios would be perfect for this. They just made shit ton of money off of that one movie. It's like, guys, make something with good, wholesome content. Dig Rick Moranis out of wherever he's hiding from. Put the man in a movie. Like these movies did not cost anything to make.
Kids like them, dude.
Dude, seriously, Angels in the Outfield is on my short list. You know what really sucks is I can't find even I couldn't find this on Blu-ray, so I just got it on DVD. Little Giants, I can't even find alone on
dude, I miss Little Giants
and Little Big Field or Little Big League. So
I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen.
Have they seen the Page Master?
Oh man,
I remember that one. You know what you need to get them? Flight of the Navigator. Let them check out.
Oh yeah, Flight of the Navigator. That was a good one.
No, dude, I was talking about this last week, and it was like, dude, this is hitting a nerve here. So I'm like, I jumped on last night because I needed some new earbuds, and I'm like, oh, well, here's Three Ninjas, all 4 of the movies on Blu-ray for $20. Why would I not buy this stuff? This is, no, I'm not going to the movies right now because I don't. There's nothing there, and for $20, I can get 4 movies that is going to keep my children sit in a chair. They've watched The Sandlot 3 times this week already. They get home from school, they put it in. It's the end of the school year. Homework is low. They're just boom.
Hey man, let them. Another one too, dude. You should let them check out. That's one of my favorite movies. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the 80s, VCRs were like a luxury item, and camcorders were too. Okay. We rented VCRs and movies for a week, and The Last Starfighter was one of those that we watched for a week straight. I love that movie, dude.
Hollywood may not be able to save itself, but these smaller studios like Angel Studios that are coming into a little bit of money when they make something really good,
small budget, good, wholesome stuff.
Do your kids
That's
like
a great
westerns
idea,
or anything?
Professor? Man, that's a fucking great idea, dude.
Dude, it's the simplest
and
thing.
It seems like it's so obvious there that nobody's picking up on it. All these movies.
I hope somebody, Angel Studios, if you're out there, I'm going to tweet you later. DM me. I'll give you some ideas. It's super.
It's
easy.
All of these
fucking Three Ninjas even. Who
cares? Dude, Deadpool and Wolverine is gonna. There's no telling what the budget is, and like everybody's saying, it might be lucky to break even. Man, there's no to make a $200 million movie, dude. You could do look at minus one. Minus one looks fantastic, and it was made for 15, 17 million.
What's the movie?
That's just because
they claim it's 13. Yeah,
but it's out of control budgeting. That there's again another problem with modern Hollywood. Hollywood could be making these lower budget movies, but they all want to make all these huge, high expensive tentpole movies.
I think they
aren't returning.
But I think they have to because the production cost of this, you have to hire all this other bureaucratic bullshit in there. Probably DEI hires a whole bunch of committees and shit for everything. We got to have this, we got to have that, we got to have a blah, blah, blah. So all these people get paid. So by the time you actually get to the movie, it's a shit ton of money already because you had to pay all these non-essential weirdos, man.
Daily Wire, if they did this shit, would be smart as well. Daily Wire's doing the Snow White thing and whatever, but that's not a kids movie. They want to their Bent Key stuff, their cartoons and stuff, their little Chipchilla that they have. My kids like that too. It's fun. The Super Potato thing, all that stuff. They watch that. They enjoy it. There isn't a lot of other stuff out there for them really. But if Daily Wire did this, if Angel Studios did this, make a good kids movie with kids in it. You don't need animators or anything. Get some.
Stand By Me.
I know there's still child actors out there.
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. dude.
The only actor
and that's the thing.
Will Wheaton.
That's the thing. As media in
Wesley.
general becomes decentralized, everything's decent. People look. Gary and Drinker going on mainstream news. That's a sign that we're more decentralized than ever. Where they're looking to YouTubers for content. Where now you can make smaller. Hollywood is already dead. Smaller companies can make movies and put them out.
And I think we're going to be heading towards a golden age of independent movies,
right?
Because of what Hollywood has done to themselves. Iron Age, but I mean that's the starting point. Eventually, it's just the independents are just going to take over, where you're going to decentralize everything, have all these independent studios that are going to start putting out quality stuff that people are going to want to watch.
If these demons that are trying to destroy everything in society don't do that here in the next few years or whatnot, man. If there's me with my tinfoil hat coming in, but man.
So
I got mine on. Go ahead.
Oh no, society knows what I'm talking about.
I actually had to jump out, guys. I'm going to be plopping onto Ballbusters here in a few minutes.
Hey man, tell Dermy we got to get together and talk Gundam, man. Tell him that, because
I will try. He gets mad at me when I bring Gundam up because I start talking about them and Neon Genesis Evangelion. I freak him out. I only do it to bug him. I know the difference, but it's fun to fuck around. But
I like Evangelion. It's a little weird, but I still I watched it too.
It's good.
Yeah, Evangelion, Van Dread.
Yep.
Later, homie. And thanks for having me on last week, man, because Extra Zero pointing out my fans' toy, so I'm gonna get Astro Train a new crotch.
There you go.
It's not scratched up.
Break his crotch again. Be more gentle with him.
That's cool, dude. It's the way that it hooks up. When he goes into train and space shuttle mode, that comes up and it has to hook right there, and that piece is die cast. And it was now on, man, I may not transform him for a while. Be extra careful about that because I'm OCD, man.
Hey, Savage, I heard you might have a spicy redhead on tomorrow.
I will have a spicy redhead on tomorrow.
Miss Moxie Dame?
DadCast tomorrow. Yep. Jess is coming on for Mother's Day special. We're going to talk about
cool. She's a great mom.
Talk about
Love Jess. She's awesome.
What women are looking for in potential dads. Hopefully I'll bring up. I got to talk to her about questions. I'll send her a DM tonight. But we'll have a good conversation tomorrow for the Mother's Day edition of DadCast.
But I have to go get my mother a card. Later, homie.
Yeah, you might want to do that. Later, dudes.
You get that redneck pool set up.
We're actually going to wrap it up here anyway.
I'm working on it tomorrow.
That all works out. So everybody can go check out Ballbusters and or any of us slipping on into MSK's show.
Yeah, gotta make sure he's psychologically there after that scorning he got on this show, man. Good Lord.
He's never psychologically there.
All right. Later, you guys.
Hey.
Every time I hear that, I giggle.
I'm going to physically remove that.
Wait, what?
You just need to put batteries in it. No, it's fine.
He's trying to enforce the stereotype. Come on.
I'm going to physically remove that from his soundboard, man.
All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of a roundup here and outros. Starting with latecomer here, man. Society, what's going on, dude?
Nothing much. I got the review for Bounding on the YouTube side of things. I got that one up. I'll work on another one this weekend. Sunday, we're going to be doing the next episode of the Bible Lens podcast, talking about the enemies of dispensationalism. And then Tuesday, I got episode 99 of the Ballroom coming up. So we got some things working around. So I'm just going to be busy working on stuff.
Right on, man. Dude, I'm glad you showed up. Even better late than never.
Yeah. No,
oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I literally just got back from a screening not too long ago, so that's why I couldn't make it on time.
Yeah, you guys should check out the Bible Lens podcast on Sunday. It's a freaking excellent thing, man. It's cool.
I concur.
Bible stuff good for you guys, man. It's good.
Diesel, I'll go ahead and fill it out for you. We're working on a sci-fi themed show. We're hashing out the date, time, and everything else, but it's going to be hosted by me and you, and you don't have any way of getting out of it. You've already committed.
Yeah, I am committed. Oh yeah, man. This is good. This is good. We'll have a scientist doing sci-fi, man.
Absolutely. That's what I was going for.
We're
still going with the title Space Jockeys, or do you want to work on something else? We can talk about it in the back end.
Yeah, that Space Jockeys is good. That's what you came up with originally. It sounds cool, man.
Okay, you got to do Alien first.
We'll do Alien.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
we're going to cover everything from Aliens to Gundam. Actually, like what you were saying earlier, it'd be a great opportunity, like for one of the, if not the first show, but one of the first shows, we can do a whole talking about the history of Gundam with Dermy and Vagabond.
Yeah,
me and you will be the host, but we'll bring as many people on that want to come on, depending on the topic, and go from there.
I was gonna say also, man, I wish I had the money for it, but I don't. Aliens Expanded is like this 4-hour like thing that they've been working on for the last few years, and they've got everyone. That's why I'm always retweeting that stuff or re-Xing, whatever you want to call it, on X. The clips and stuff that they have involved in this. Aliens is my favorite film of all time. I love that movie. I absolutely love it. The first time I saw it was like the TV version, but to me, that I don't know. It's just. It's James Cameron's best movie to me, and I absolutely love it. And they've got this 4-hour companion thing, and it's like I just don't have the $100 to spend on it right now. Like they could put your name in the credits and all this stuff. They've got everyone involved in it. Like Carrie Henn, the girl who played Newt, she's like a teacher. She hadn't done anything except that movie. You've got Sigourney Weaver, James Cameron, Michael Biehn, everyone, Lance Henriksen, Jeanette Goldstein, Mark Ralston. Hell, Drinker was going to have the dude that, what's his name, that played Lieutenant Gorman. I can't think of his name right now, but it was like a week or so ago. He was going to have a stream with that guy. And, oh, God, I wish I could think of his name. But anyway, the sci-fi thing would be cool, man. There's so many things we could talk about, from X-Files to friggin'
That's what I'm talking about, dude. There's really a big window of things, from anime to TV shows to film. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that, and I want to fucking nail it down with you, and we get it going. I've been working on the intro for like the last 4 or 5 months.
Nice.
Since we started talking about it, so I think you're gonna get a kick out of it.
I'm just not too. I respect fantasy, but it's just not. It's never really been my thing. But science fiction somehow just grabbed me, man. Like, I mean, and it probably goes all the way back. Like, if you want to think about Transformers is like science fiction. All this stuff is like, I don't know. It's everything.
No,
like
Transformers totally
all the stuff from like my childhood, Back to the Future, Flight of the Navigator, The Last Starfighter, all of this stuff. It's just, and maybe that's why I like kind of like leaned into the whole science thing. It was like science has always been easy for me, and it just, I don't know, it makes sense and stuff. And a lot of times science fiction eventually leads to science fact. You know how a lot of the stuff from Star Trek actually wound up being like this. Tell me this is a communicator.
Yeah.
You remember when they had the flip phone for the longest time? That was basically a Star Trek communicator, and all kinds of other stuff. Man. It's just, that's cool. I'm glad you're
Back to the Future lied to us.
Yeah,
dude, just keep that same fucking energy, man, and we'll get this thing on lockdown.
I know, right? I'm glad you're keeping me going with this, man, because I have a tendency to sit around and isolate myself.
Get a little pissy and not talk for like a day or two.
You guys doing The World of Tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Oh, you never seen The World of Tomorrow by Disney? Where it's like everything they thought was going to happen in the future.
Oh, wait, I haven't actually. I've heard of it. I don't think I've actually watched it. That's how they got the Howard Stark. That's what they kind of modeled the Howard Stark thing, right? From Iron Man 2, where you had the whole thing about the, that's.
Oh man, I didn't see Iron Man 2, so.
Oh yeah, he found video.
Not terrible.
It was Howard Stark basically in the 50s showing the stuff that would be coming about in the future. It had like a
that's how it is. Like
they were taking
they would make a ride out of it too.
Yeah, because Howard Stark
I've actually been on that ride.
Howard Stark is basically kind of like a mix of Howard Hughes and kind of like, and then throw in a little Walt Disney in there. You could like see that the real influence of that, but like Howard Hughes was cool as shit, dude. He's weird, but he's a freaking genius.
Well, moving on to the bottom here, I think from Emerald through Hellhound, are you guys all going to be joining us over on MSKs this evening?
Yeah, I'll be on
if Gay Boy wants to send a link.
He hasn't linked yet.
He hasn't linked yet. I don't know. Like, did we like do something to this man? Like,
he had a planned out at that time. He had already not planned to stay for the entire time. He was only going to stay for about an hour today.
Yeah, he has a show. I'm pretty sure actually all of us. Professor's the only one going on a credible show, being Ballbusters. The rest of us will be going on MSKs.
Yeah.
So you can join us all over there. But does anybody have anything to plug before I go? Because I really got to pee.
I might over the weekend decide to actually not fail the city. So I will attempt, but I could get sidetracked very easily. I have a really bad case of ADD. So, I mean, I see a shiny key and I'm chasing after that instead. So, no, just MSK this evening.
I still got to box up a few things for the move, mainly just clothes and shit like that. But other than that, just finalizing the finishing touches on the Curse of Strahd campaign we're going to be running next month. And yeah, should be a blast.
Right on. I really hope I can be a part of that. We'll just kind of have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I'll let you know here within the next week.
Yeah, I'm looking for a max of like 6 players. So,
okay, cool.
If not, if not, it's okay. I've got people on the back burner just in case. It's not a big deal.
Hey, we ever playing Goose Goose Duck again, or how's that going?
Fuck. Oh, I finally
need your help, Megan.
Thank God for JackTarLad. I did figure out how to use my OBS correctly. So now I know how to add the audio the right way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we probably can.
Or play some of that Mad Lib shit.
We'll figure out a new night for games.
Play some
probably
or something.
We'll probably do Saturday. We'll probably do Sundays. It'll be like MSK's Batman show, either following or followed by me and Diesel's sci-fi show, going right into games.
All right.
And hopefully I can sleep in between that before I got to go to work at 5 a.m. on Monday.
Stop playing Stellar Blade and you'll get that sleep.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a cool game. I watched you all night. Like was it last week?
That game is fucking great, man.
Dude,
that is
I watched
such
you
a
like
good game.
I watched you like I think it was last Friday. I watched friggin' all night, man. I just set up, turned the thing on, and was watching you, man. And like, I hate that I missed where you figured out the like the gymnastic stuff over that cliff. Like I was like,
dude. Well, just wait. I'm gonna be live streaming my whole New Game Plus once I get to go into ultra hard mode. So, all right, well, we're gonna wrap it up here, everybody. Thanks for watching on either my channel or any of the other. Goddamn, there's so many people streaming to their channels as well. We got fucking Joker, MSK. I don't know who that one is, but anyway, it's all good. We just have a good time here.
Is probably mine.
If you're tuning in, you're having a good time. That's all that matters. And we will be back again next week. If you want to follow the shenanigans, we're going to be hanging out over on MSK's channel over on Rumble. Go subscribe to him if you're not. Or if you'd like something a little more high class, go to Dermy Wormy's Ball Busters.
High class.
That's where you can find Prof, and we're all it's all about the fellowship, man. We just have a good time here.
We're the fellowship.
Have a good night, everybody. Let me find my right outro video. Oh my God. I got so much shit here. This is just, you know what?
Oh,
that was funny.
That's a pretty good outro video.
That needs to be the exit. Anytime anyone needs to leave, that needs to be played instead. You got with you got
a literal rage
doing
quit.
The no ticket.
I didn't have to use that one tonight.
I thought that would be a good kids movie sometime. I recommended it to somebody to show their kids. That is not a good kids movie. Cop is, man. Years ago.
All right. We're done.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
I'll be back.